Hey guys, hope you're all having an awesome day. So we are going to do a check-in and see what energies we have this weekend. And if you see this after this weekend of me recording it, it still is a message for you. Yeah, there's a lot going on energetic wise. There's a lot going on in the dream world. There is so much crap going on in the dream world. So people who don't normally dream are having dreams like coming up. Definitely a lot of like subconscious things, a lot of fears coming up. There's huge, major shifts coming right now. Like you're already in the middle of it. Most of you guys have probably been feeling it, or you're feeling like extremely disconnected, extremely emotional, lots of like triggers and towers coming up. Definitely lots of like dreams and things coming out. I'm not getting so much like epiphanies and intuition, more so like we're coming to like the final stages of closure, and it's like, how are we handling things that we've learned how to handle over the last, however long, is like kind of coming up for us and coming back to our center and back to our body. So that's going to be a huge thing. Just honoring yourself is what Spirit's saying. Honor yourself first and foremost. They're saying like not everything is as it seems, and sometimes when you're feeling some stuff, like you're feeling heaviness or you're kind of having like the illusions or the fears or all these, it's like almost like when the thoughts are like spiraling and you're having like all of these thoughts come up and these fears and things that have never happened or you're worried about happening, breathe through it. Like breathe through it and let it pass, okay? Like don't hold on to it like that's reality, because it's not. Okay, helpful people came out and they did give me this message beforehand about asking other people for help. Like when you're going through a hard time, you don't have to do everything alone. Asking people for help, whether that's in the physical or that's spiritual, asking people for help. But we also got helpful people forgiveness if you believe, and the situation will improve on the bottom. A lot of you guys, it feels like, are in like almost like helpless energy, or like not really seeing like a solution to what's going on with you. Just feels really heavy, kind of like stuck underground, or like drowning, but like don't know how to, like you don't know where the life raft is type energy. There is other things that are going on, and that is why you're going through this right now. So they want you to like process all your emotions and your feelings and honor yourself. So we got helpful people, forgiveness if you believe. What I'm getting is Spirit is actually guiding you guys right now energetically. They are having a lot of things come up to the surface for you to actually accept, forgive, and heal. And what I'm getting more than anything is a lot of releasing is going on at this time. So you probably have a lot of different emotions coming up, a lot of memories, a lot of different feelings. But whatever it is that you're feeling, honor it. They just keep saying honor your feelings, honor your feelings. If you believe, they're saying there's something on the other side of your fear. There's something on the other side of your disbelief. It's like you're still, a lot of you are still in this fear energy and holding yourself back from actually moving on from the past and moving forward, because you're still believing in illusions. You're still believing in what's being shown to you rather than what your intuition is. So if you really drop into your intuition and your center, like something might change on the other side of that. It's almost like leaving the old behind. Like they're showing me like a snake shedding its skin, like leaving the old behind and coming into the new. So leaving the past in the past and not allowing it to dictate your future. But it's just like on the other side of fear, there's something else. It's almost like once you release this fear and let it go, something's going to come forward, it kind of feels like. So that's really interesting. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, what's going on with energies for this weekend? Face your fears. There you go. There is a super full moon in Scorpio coming up on the 27th, which is Tuesday, I believe. And yeah, like Scorpio is definitely, I'm a Scorpio moon, so I know we are definitely deeply emotional people. I know there is a lot that has to do with like Scorpio moons and like seeing through illusions and being able to see like through fears and something with the subconscious and things like that. So I feel like a lot of stuff is going to be released, especially with it being a Scorpio full moon, especially in Taurus. I've probably been pretty affected by it because I'm a Taurus with a Scorpio moon. So it's interesting how that kind of transpired this year for me. But I've actually just been trying to make big changes in my life anyway and just like move forward. But I will tell you guys, that shit's tough. Like even when you have really good intuition and you follow it in spiritual guidance, it's still really tough. There's still you know, I tell people sometimes like I have visions of future stuff and they're like, oh, that must be so awesome because you have the validation. I'm like, no, it's actually not sometimes, because it could be sometimes years before it happened. I had a vision a few years ago and it never happened. And it's like, I keep seeing signs it's going to happen and all this stuff, but it's like, then you have to have that like complete faith and trust it's going to happen for years and like really believe, you know what I'm saying? So it's not always like, people think it's easier, and sometimes it's not, because then when it's not coming forward and you're not seeing it in the 3D, you're kind of like, what the fuck? So it's definitely like, people think it is, but it's probably not, because now you're like, okay, so you have to like let go of the outcome. You have to let go and just like accept that this is present life. This is what's going on. Like, the future is the future. Is it going to happen or is it not? We'll see in the future. So, I don't know why I feel like I needed to say that for some reason. I feel like somebody needed to hear that message for some reason. I'm not sure if you guys had like a vision or something, and you're like holding on to it, but like, definitely if you did, or you're wishing you did or something like that, that's not always the easiest. And like, definitely try to just honor whatever is going on in the current time. And if something's meant to happen in the future, it's going to happen in the future. My guess is if you saw a vision on it, it's probably going to come true for whatever reason. And it's funny because I just opened to this card, think big for your future, but look. And it looks like a wishing thing. And hold on, because my finger is like legends. Learn from those who inspire you. Okay. Archangel Gabriel is on the bottom, messenger of creativity and hope. Okay, we got face your fears, Epiphany, dragon. So release the power of fear, seek clarity, discover your courage. What I get is a lot of you guys have been living in fear, a lot of subconscious fears, a lot of things that you are not aware of, and that is what is coming up in the dream world. That is what is coming up in all your triggers and your towers and things that are going on now. I just keep getting not everything is as it seems. There is so many illusions going on right now, and there is also energy being sent to you to literally trigger these fears in you, for you to release them, not for you to hold on to them, not for you to think they're true, for you to actually see what your fear is and release it. So don't hold on to the fears if they're coming up. Breathe through it. Does it feel like an intuitive message? Does it feel like something that's just very calmly coming through? Or does it feel like this very heavy, anxious energy, pit in your stomach energy? Then it's a fear most likely, and trust that it's just a fear. Fear is not reality. What's this saying? False evidence appearing real is what a fear is. False evidence appearing real. Breathe through it when that comes up. We got Epiphany, seek clarity, and dragon, discover your courage. The biggest message I'm getting is don't make assumptions. Everything you are seeing is not always what it is. And I've been getting this message for like over a week now about like not believing everything you see online, like trusting your intuition. You know what's right for you. And it could seem like everything is telling you the opposite, and all the memes you're seeing on social media are telling you the opposite, and all these other things are telling you the opposite. All your conditioning is telling you the opposite. Trust your fucking intuition. And don't make assumptions based on what you're seeing. Ask the questions, get clarity. If it's having to do with another person, ask for clarity from that person. If it's not somebody you can ask for clarity, channel your intuition, ask spirit for guidance, ask them for a very clear sign. But what I'm getting is this is you guys standing in your power, and you having the courage to move forward, and you having the courage to start asking for help, start seeking answers, start changing the way you think, start releasing your conditioning, and having the courage to move forward. Move on from the past. So people who live in victim mentality of like, well, this happened to me and this happened to me, or I'm scared of love because I've been hurt in the past and things like that. This is like you having the courage to move on. You putting your walls down and you saying, you know what? I'm not going to let the past dictate my future. I'm not going to allow my traumas to dictate, love, dictate my relationships, dictate my job, dictate me, moving forward with something that I'm scared of. Like not letting fears and all these things do that to you. If you're stuck and you really don't have an answer, ask for help. Ask for help. If you really can't get into your intuition, you really can't get an answer, I was gonna say ask a friend, but I don't even think that's the right answer. What I'd say, sit in the discomfort of the unknown and wait for it to come forward. Ask spirit for guidance, and they will bring it to you in divine timing. So if you're not getting an answer for a day or 2 or 3 or however long you're wanting the answer in, trust that you're not meant to know, and trust that you're needing to probably process something, which is sitting in the discomfort of the unknown, okay? but just keep like what I'm getting is keep moving forward, like keep trusting the process and keep moving forward. There is something else that's going on, that's going on. There's just so much chaos behind the scenes. I'm like seeing like all these like people like running around like looking like fucking Cinderellas trying to do the dress thing. Like there's just so many changes, so just try and trust, okay? So it's funny, we start with a 5 on the top row and we end with a 5, which is all about letting go. Letting go. 177, also interesting. All right. So what's going on for this weekend's energies? On the bottom, we have movements, choices, and decisions. This card also came out. It feels like some of you guys are stuck with your choices and decisions. Then don't make the choice right now. You don't have to, the thing is, you don't have to jump and make a decision. Sit with the discomfort, process it. If you still don't have an answer, then don't fucking do it. Don't do it until you feel clear on what choice you're going to make. Like don't do anything impulsively. Like if you're really not sure on it, then wait. Like, so I'll tell people, like, this is what I do. So as a Taurus, we're known as one of these people who are the practical signs, we're slower moving. I'm not really a slow mover. I'm actually a pretty fast mover, but most Tauruses are very slow and steady. And so what I do is I will analyze and I will process that shit before I even do it. Like yesterday I was messaging somebody some shit and I was just like, I had so much going on and I needed to respond. And I was just like, I literally responded to them and I was just like, I don't even know what to say to you right now. And then I waited like a little bit and I was like, let me process my feelings and thoughts before I give a response, and not out of reaction, not out of emotion, not out of any of those things. So I don't impulsively do anything. Like there's a whole process behind that. And just because somebody's, like blown my phone up doesn't mean I need to answer you right away. Like I'm going to wait until I have that calmness to be able to actually say what I need to say. And I do that with every decision. So if I'm not ready to make a decision, I'm not going to make a decision. Like it's not like a do or die. You don't have to make that decision right then when the choice comes up and presents itself to you. A lot of times there isn't a timeline. Now I'm not sitting here and saying wait a month, wait fucking 3 months and be stagnant and be complacent in your life. What I'm saying is take the time to really process and honor what it is that you feel, what it is you want. Is this a decision that's good for me? Do I have full clarity on this? Is this something that seems like stable and something that intuitively it feels right for me? And if you don't have any of that, wait until you do. Wait until the choice is clear. Go focus on something else and come back to it later on. And that is when you will have the answer. When you're trying to stew on it and overthink it, all that does is literally like pushes the intuition away and then you can't even think clearly. So definitely just take some time. For me personally, what I like to do, I usually pray about it. I'll try to process my feelings and then I will say a prayer like, can you guys guide me, whatever. A lot of times I'll go outside or I'll put like binaural beats on or I'll do some breathing thing or whatever. And I calm my mind down. And then I usually try to do something else. And usually after that, I'm like, let me come back to it. And when I come back to it is usually when I have the clarity. So just wait until you have clarity before you make choices, okay? We got conflict and defeat and hope. And this is exactly what I said. A lot of you guys feel like you're drowning. You feel like you can't find the life raft, all this thing. So this is, I asked specifically what is going on this weekend. Conflict and defeat, hope. This is you seeing the light. Look at that. The light at the end of the tunnel. Like there is endings that are coming. And for you guys, even if you're feeling this energy, to still hold out hope that the things that you're wanting and the things that you're wanting are coming and things are changing. And they're changing for the better, even though it doesn't feel like that. And for most people, it doesn't feel good right now. For most people, you're dealing with your subconscious fears. You're dealing with a lot of shit right now. It's okay. That's okay. And it's okay to feel defeated and it's okay to feel helpless. But just remember in the back of your mind that spirit has your back and all of this is bringing you somewhere awesome. So we have love begins and obstacles and challenges. For some of you, it's like the start of a relationship, or it felt like a beginning of a relationship, or felt like a change, something new. We got a 1, something new blossoming, but you guys are getting hit with some obstacles. So what I'm getting is like some of you guys might be having challenges in your relationships, whether platonic or romantic. It could be both technically, either or. It feels like maybe 2 people, even though it shows like they're working together, it doesn't really feel like they're working together. It almost feels like they're instead of working together like they should be, they're actually doing it alone, and they're trying to overcome things alone. If this is your energy, if you feel like you need to do it on your own, then do it on your own, is what Spirit's saying. If it's something you feel like you need to overcome on your own, then honor that and do it on your own. I feel like this is going to be coming up for the next few weeks for a lot of people, is challenges in your relationships. And what I'm hearing is like a lot of conditioning is being released, a lot of fears are being released, a lot of people being tested in lessons on like standing in your power and honoring your feelings and your truth and what it is you actually feel, and not coming from a place of insecurity, not coming from a place of jealousy, not coming from a place of fear, but coming from a place of heart-centeredness and love. So a lot of you guys are going to have triggers with your relationships. Again, I'm getting platonic more than anything, but some of you it's going to be romantic too, more so platonic though. And there is a reason for that. It's to help you with triggering this. Okay, wow, yeah. So we got heart chakra. Okay, I didn't even realize the cards. Heart chakra, crown chakra, solitude, the waiting game. Is definitely going together. This is you dropping into your heart and your intuition instead of overthinking. You guys are getting hit with a lot of towers. I told you this earlier, like definitely a lot of towers are coming up. Some of you definitely needing to take time to yourself. A lot of towers are coming up, and it has a lot to do with divine timing. It has a lot to do with waiting. It has a lot to do with trusting in the divine is all I keep getting. Trusting in the divine, trusting in the timing. Sit in the discomfort is what they're saying. Like when your head is saying something different than your heart, you might be triggered, you might be having towers on this, and you might be being tested on this. And that is because they want you to sit in the discomfort and honor, what is it I'm feeling? Get the fuck out of my head. Start connecting my heart and my head together, which is whatever I'm feeling here, I need to be thinking here. Releasing all that shit, all that chaos, all that background noise, all that garbage, like releasing all the ego crap, all the conditioning, all the fears just huge coming up today. Releasing all of that and having heart and head work together, crown and heart work together, where they're in unison, where they're like, yeah, you know what? I'm feeling this. Yeah, you're right. This is what's going on. Even if you're not seeing it in front of your face, even if you're not seeing it in front of your face, even if you're not seeing it in front of your face, Spirit is like emphasizing this. Doesn't matter what you're seeing in front of your face. This is where your trust with your intuition comes into place. Does not matter. Does not matter. They are so fucking strong about this. It doesn't matter what you are seeing in front of your face. If your intuition is telling you something different, trust it. And they're telling me to tell you guys about this. When I do readings for people, there are times where they're like, I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. And at one point I started questioning my own intuition and the messages. I'm like, I don't know why they're giving me this message. Then it makes no sense. And what Spirit tested me real fucking hardcore on this, actually, with a few people. And what I realized was a lot of times people don't even know what they're feeling. A lot of times people put walls up because they don't want to feel what they're feeling. And I'm feeling their inner child, and I'm feeling their energy, their internal energy. And they're too scared to actually face that energy and that emotion and that feeling. So what I was feeling was accurate. What I was channeling was accurate. What they were feeling about themselves, they weren't paying attention to. They were sitting too much with the walls up to actually really honor those feelings and really process them. So the whole point Spirit is making is it doesn't matter what you're seeing online. It doesn't matter what people are telling you. It doesn't matter what somebody's saying to your face. Honor your intuition and make choices based on your intuition. Don't do anything impulsively. Think about the choices you are making. And if you do not have a resolution that feels good to you, then don't do it until you do. You don't need to just jump and make a choice because you are uncomfortable. Because you're uncomfortable. Sit in the tower, sit in the discomfort, and allow whatever to release and trust. And we got the movements, choices, decisions on the bottom, and the waiting game. So there is definitely something with divine timing and patience here. So I really hope that this helps you guys, and make sure you're grounding yourself, releasing your energy, taking care of yourself, and definitely go outside and spend some time outside because it's Taurus season. All right. Hope you guys all have an awesome day. So much love and light.